Hello, dear learners. Welcome to another session of learning. Today we are going to see the poem by Maya Angelou, Life Doesn't Frighten Me at All. So, this poem is written from a child's perspective. It is actually released as a picture book in the year 1993. So, before getting to know about the poem, let's get to know about the poet. So, Angelou, personally, she's one of my favorite poets, is an Afro American poet, and she was very vibrant in all her poems. And we see that she's got quite a lot of accomplishments. They are as follows. She was the first female African American cable conductor. She's won 3 Grammy Awards. She was the first African American female member of the Directors Guild of America, and her first work which gained prominence, "I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings," is about her life up to the age of 17, and it's kind of a memoir. It details her traumatic teenage experiences and her childhood experiences. So we see that she was a very you know strong voice of the Afro-American female community, and we see that she didn't speak up to the age of 5, but later on she spoke 6 languages as an adult. And her birthday coincides with the assassination day of Martin Luther King Jr. Unfortunately, in the year 2014, we lost her. And she was also an avid cook, and she wrote 2 cookbooks during her lifetime. Her brother gave her the nickname Maya, and we also see that she owned her own line of Hallmark greeting cards. So we see there's a lot of positivity in her poems. So the poem that we're going to see, which is "Life Doesn't Frighten Me at All," was actually written for children, and paintings based on those lines were created by Jean-Michel Basquiat, and the book was edited by Sarah Jane Boyers, and we see that the lines are beautifully captured in painting by Basquiat in his work. And we see that the different lines of this poem. We talk about the various fears that normally a child would have. So to quote a few: shadows on the wall, noises down the hall. All these would frighten a child, but for the poet, life doesn't frighten her at all. So for a child, written from a child's perspective, all these, the shadows, the noises, they don't frighten. It shows a lot of confidence, a lot of self-confidence that this speaker holds. And there are also other fears that are expressed, which is like children get afraid of neem mother goose, of lions that are loose. Then you have dragons breathing flame. All these usually normally they frighten the child. But for this child especially, this child is not afraid of anything. She's not afraid of the visible fears, nor of the invisible. Visible ones like the dragon, the goose, the lions, and invisible like the shadows, noises, but nothing at all frightens this child. This child is filled with confidence. And we see that in the further down the poem, we find that she talks about how this little child is not scared of anything, even if people try to scare her. For the example, the following lines: "I go boo, make them shoo. I make fun, way they run. I won't cry, so they fly. I just smile, they go wild. Life doesn't frighten me at all." So here she talks about how she in turn scares others, even if people try to scare. She's not scared, she scares others. And she actually smiles at the way they all run away in fear. But for her, life does not frighten her at all. No thing, no concrete things of life frightens this young speaker. And further, the lion's voice: "Don't show me the frogs and the snakes, and listen for my scream. If I'm afraid at all, it's only in my dreams." So normally children, are very scared of reptiles like frogs and snakes, but here, and we see that they would go around screaming. But here, the little girl does not run away or scream when she sees frogs or snakes. She's absolutely not afraid. So the only place that you can see her very scared or timid is only in her dreams. which is not possible for us to see because we cannot fathom anybody's dreams. We cannot go into somebody's dreams. So here is a statement saying that nothing at all, be it in reality or in fantasy, you cannot touch this person. This person is not scared of anything. You can throw anything at this person, and this person is not scared at all. Even in the adult world, there are tough guys, all alone at night. Even if you leave her, this speaker is not frightened of anything. Things of the, not only the world of the child, but also of the adult world, she's not scared of anything at all. And then you also have, people who try to bully her. Her peers would try to bully her, pulling her hair. They would, try to scare her. But she says that she's not scared of anything, and the reason is because she's got a magic charm, and that she's kept up her sleeve. Meaning that self-confidence exuberates from her. It flows from her. It flows through her, and that's the reason why she's not scared of anything. And to further state about her, level of confidence in herself and in her willpower, she says, I can walk the ocean floor and never have to breathe. Imagine, being underwater in an ocean and not able to breathe. Even for adults, we are scared of it. But as a child, she says that she can do it. She can walk. The ocean floor is not very shallow, it's very deep. But she's ready to do that also. And even if if it happens that she cannot breathe, even then, she was not scared of it at all. So she goes on to say that she is a very strong person. Nothing can scare her. She's filled with a lot of self confidence. And so life does not frighten her at all. And she finishes off by saying that life doesn't frighten me at all. Not at all, not at all. It's like a restatement. Repetition of lines is used to show affirmation, confirmation that the poet is self confident. This child is very self confident and self reliant and is not frightened by anything that life throws at her. So overall, this poem is one filled with a lot of confidence. It's a poem that morally boosts the person who reads it. It is a statement saying that we need to stand up for ourselves. We need to overcome our fears, face our fears, and there's a need for us to make positive affirmative statements that say this we may be scared of things, but positive affirmative statements are powerful. So these lines are very powerful because they are uplifting, they are optimistic, and the poet uses alliteration towards the end to show that nothing in this world can frighten us, be it a child or an adult. All that we need is to face things. All we need is to have confidence in ourselves. So I hope this poem has instilled confidence in each of you to face your fears. We may be phobic to many things, but facing our fears would always help us elevate ourselves and overcome them. So thank you for your patient listening. Have a nice day. Happy learning.